And hey, everybody. We're trying to jump back in here, but some reason the sound audio is way up there. Look at it. It's not supposed to be. All right, let's go back. Let's continue. And let's hope it doesn't take too long to get us back in here. Where we left off, we were on our way back. Well, we weren't on our way back because we hadn't been there before, but we were going to head towards the wolf system over to the den. But in order to get there, we were going to have to backtrack a couple of systems that we had already hit. And then since we had a couple of quests that we picked up, one for in the Groombridge system and the other one on Aquila, we figured we might as well head back here and figure out exactly what's going on. So, and then see if we can just knock those out on the way, see if we can get some money. So first things first, we are going to Groombridge right here, kill the pirate. So now we got to go find out where that person is. Set course to, yeah. All right. So we are over there. They are over there. And it's on 1B, so it's on the moon of not 1B, but 6. It's on the moon of Groombridge 6. All right. Let's do a little bit of scanning, and this is a recorded, oh my gosh, words, man, words, disregarded command center. All right, let's get up. Okay, you see the gear we're wearing, but we are also going to do something a little different. We're going to grab the vagabond suit and cape, and I don't know. All right, so the pack is in here, the helmet is in here. So we took everything off. All right. So let's just, oh gosh. Let's look at this. All right. So spacesuits. We're actually going to put this on. Okay. Put that on. You can see right off the bat, we lose our extra carry weight. Let's see. We got the hunting rifle. That's good. We like that. How much rounds? All right. So. All right. How many rounds? Not many at all. Wait. All right. You need to be available for us. The tombstone. Not a lot of rounds. It's 11 millimeter. Just like nothing else. Okay. Okay. You got how many? In truth, well, the Furious was what makes this one, is making that one a good one. Yeah. we're gonna have to. All right. Aid resources. Okay. Unfortunately, what I'm gonna need to do, is let's go with resources. We got all of it. Wow. Okay. There we go. So that's the max amount. How much room you got in there? Not a lot, but guess what? Every little bit helps. There you go. Hold on a second. Can I have my money back, please? Oh, you didn't take it? So what you're telling me is I still have my money on me, because I see 0, which means get my money back. Oh, because it's counting. All right, and I want to put you in there. If we can get. All right, I'm gonna get rid of you. All right, and then. Okay. Anything. All right. Let's see what we got. Oh, back door right here.
Hazard alert. Hazard alert.
Vehicle management. You've acquired a gas vehicle. It will use fuel over time and uses rover fuel cells. If you run out of fuel, you'll be unable to use the vehicle. Vehicles must be stored in either a garage or a cargo hold. If you have insufficient space in the hold and no garages, it will be left behind. Vehicles can be retrieved from any spaceport or outpost. Okay, you know what? I gotta be honest with you. You just made having a vehicle that much worse. That right there, I read that and I go, and then you're going to see in a minute why when I read that, I go, that isn't going to work, right? So then the question is, how much fuel do we have in our vehicle? I don't know. And then so right now what you're going to tell me is there's a possibility that I'm going to travel someplace and we're not going to know I don't know what my fuel is, so I'm going to get all the way over there and I won't know what it is. And then we're limited on room as it is. We're limited on a space available, and we already know the ship is over encumbered. So did me just getting in that vehicle make it so that I won't be able to use it? or not even make it so that I won't be able to use it. Did it make it so that it's not going to be available to me because I won't be able to take it with me because God dang it. God dang it. What's my all right, that's okay. B. Okay, hold on. Are you serious? I got one bullet. Okay, you see that? We really got we got to figure out how to turn that off. Oh wait, there's some over here? I didn't know. I would have taken you out a long time ago. I don't know why I'm moving so slow, but okay. I am moving, aren't I? No, I'm not moving. No, I have no idea why I'm moving so slow. That's not a mechanic in this game. Move slower when you're over encumbered. Oh shoot. Alright. It's a bleed. I really hate that message. Healing is not necessary. Because it's not true. That's not what's happening. I don't have the necessary item for the healing that I need. And that's really what it should say. Right? Now, yes, I am fully aware that technically, this my flashlight is just basically painting a target on my head. Yes, I'm aware of that. But if I didn't have the flashlight, I wouldn't see these guys at all. And somehow they can see just fine in the dark. But I don't think infrared or night vision is a mechanic in this game. Okay. Luckily, I can see the names over there. That's what they're probably seeing in mine, right? I really do think that little thing there is like one of the most god-awful additions to this game ever. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Coming closer? And you see, it does it on purpose. It does it on purpose because it knows I don't like it. So it does it on purpose. Alright. We can use that auto save right now. Alright. If I'm gonna move. Alright. How much is this worth? Okay. Hey. Mm-hmm. Alright. These. Oh, hey. Alright. Ain't mad at you. For now, we'll take it. Were you really gonna try to get close enough to attack me with a melee weapon? Is that what you were gonna do? Uh-huh. Oop, oop. Uh-huh. Mhm. Definitely can use the med pack. Oh, look at that one. Alright, something just kicked in. Either my bleed got worse. I would love to have a bandage right about now. Just a bandage or a zip. Oh, I got some zipper bandages. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, yeah. All right. I got one left. All right. Life is better when you have bandages. Well, one, because now you can move while crouched. All right. This is the guy we want over here. All right, here we go. Are you outside or inside? Thank you. Do we have to? We will fight our way out. Dude coming at me with an axe. Not even realizing that, hey, wait a minute, I need to loot. Oh, shoot. I thought we're gonna fight our way out. Bro, I just took out your leader, man. What makes you think you stand a chance? Where's it coming from? Oh. I need another zipper bandage. Okay. Well, what I gotta do is I gotta check these guys. Wait. Alright. What's this one? 15. Drum beat? Only a 15? That didn't seem right. Alright. Nope. Nothing. Are you the... Ooh. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay. Alright. The reason why we haven't left yet. Improved.
Hazard alert.
See that one? It says guns. Not that we knew that it was going to say guns, but one of the two buildings was going to say guns. ammo. I don't want that. Ooh, a Kadama. Ooh, yeah. I love Kadamas. Which one is this one? Okay, only 30. And look, another bay with another bay with. Alright. Give me some ammo. Come on. Let's see what you got in here. You got. Oh. I think this is better than what we got already. Wait, if I just go right. Yeah. Okay. It's a replica. And an old Earth. Oh, look at the energy on that one. You gotta take it just because. Oh, that's worth a lot. Never mind. All right. And you, what do you got here? Worth? Okay, well, you're worth money. How much? Ooh, I'm getting very close. All right, what are you? You're not worth anything. All right, get out of here. Med pack, thank you, but you know, it it wouldn't hurt you to have like some bandages, man. All right. Okay. I forget which way we came in. All right, I think we came in like this, and we came in through there. Which means we came in through the front door. And yep, that's the way we came, and that's the way we're going. And if I'm not mistaken, let's just double check. We got our money. All right. And then back to deputize. Nope. Guess what we need to do is we need to get to Aquila. You see? All right. Where's my ship? That way. Oh gosh darn it, man. Alright, these are spacers. God dang it, man. And then just so it's very clear to everybody, this Mantis outfit ain't doing a thing. Nobody's rethinking like who we fighting? Oh, this is the Mantis. Okay, see now, you're not helping me out here. That doesn't help at all either. What the frick, man? Like everybody like decided, hey, So again, major concern. No one seemed to care that they were fighting the mantis. Mm-hmm. 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 All right. That's weird. You run out of fuel and can no longer grab it. Oh, that is interesting. That is interesting. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect it to be willing to just land me in whatever zone. Right? We had already been to Aquila City, so I was expecting that it would want. It was fine with going there, but it was not. Checking for fuel in the cargo hold. We should have some. There we go. 5 fuel canisters used. All right. We should be full up then. All right. Module recycler. All right. What did we pick up? So we picked that up. We picked up that, that, that. This is a replica. Uses heavy fuse. Okay. That, that. Picked up a couple of those. This is a boosted one. Ain't mad at you. Ooh, with the okay. Then we got the drum beat also going on. Semi, semi. So they're both semi, which actually kind of explains. Okay, so we got 2 of those. We'll put that through. There's tombstone. I'll have to think on this one. But for now, we'll put you there. And we're short scope, laser sight, short scope. Okay. So we picked up that one. Not gonna. Mhm. And then helmets is the one. Apparel. All right, I think. All right. C1 is cool. Mhm. A2, A1. Alright, so the trench coats we can get rid of. That's the canister. Is this? Alright. Okay. Hold on a sec. It was the we had the what's the name on the other ship? Because we might have been able to. I should put one up in here. I've run out of room though, right? Can I sleep? Just feeling rested. All right, eating, drinking, and sleeping. So I think. Oh gosh, did I just went right through the wall there? All right. Okay. So first things first. No, wrong one. All right. All right. So let's eat that. And let's have some tea. Oh, dude. All right, no, that's not okay. That's not okay. You're not littering on my ship. Oh, gosh. You notice something's missing? And that is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. So, what is missing? Our vehicle. Because our ship was over encumbered, we could no longer carry our vehicle. So now, the whatever weight our ship has to include or will include our vehicle weight as well. So, yeah. I don't have a cutter. Just realized I don't have a cutter. But that was what I was afraid of. Was like, oh, now that we got into the vehicle, it's gonna register, and because our ship doesn't have, our ship is over encumbered just like we are. We're no longer, yeah, we're not gonna be able to do anything, and basically until we figure out our everything for our ship, we are essentially without a vehicle. At least here. Grab the water. Ashta? Destroy. Oh, predators. Oh, no one said. You didn't say what. What I here. I'm here thinking I'm. I think the Ashta are the predators. Uh huh. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is gonna hurt. We're currently tense. I'm like wondering why. Why do you think we're tense? Huh? With these, we have to somehow make sure we kill all these things here. Mm-hmm. 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 Is there more? Mm-hmm. At least there's a med pack. What is this? Worth anything? Nope. Get out of my way. You hurt? That hurt? Sorry, but you have stuff that I need. Oh, there you are. Don't run. Don't run, because I don't want to chase you. Ooh. But I can't get in the vehicle.
Hazard alert.
What hazard? Oh, that hazard. All right. Derelict. Rustborn. All right. Now, this is all part of the Dark Star overtime. Oh, shoot. There's still more. Oh, this one. Nice. I got a nice little 12K to boot. Mission status? I don't know what that mission status is. Oh, and look at there. We'll take it. Was it supposed to help us with this mission? And we just decided to ignore it. Hey, we need a vehicle. Oh, look at that. What a crappy boost pack. Watch. Ow. Maybe I just have to get used to it or something. Okay. Ooh, let's see if we can create the one thing that I wanted to create before. There you go. Thank you. So you can see we can create our own outfits. So we can create some of the Clemson Free Fleet outfits. Oh no. Oh no. Why are you not here? Hmm. Okay. So if we wanted to, we could do this. Which one do I like? I don't remember which one I like actually. Say we wanted to do three. Say and we decide. I prefer the jackets. Um, far back in the game, do much else. Okay. But you see, just for one of our perks, we gotta create stuff. But what I wanted to create was the environmental seal, but I don't see it listed here. And I know I added it, so I'm not sure exactly why it's not showing up. And that makes things a lot more uh, unfriendly. All right, so we like the D1 outfit, and what do we need? Yep. Oh, did that not count? I think we already have the C one. And if we were going to use one, we would use the best. But we will craft a set of gloves. It's interesting though, and it maybe it doesn't always. So there's a chunks cap. Oh, did I not make it? Again, I have the. Oh, I don't have the text. Okay. Oh, what do you got? Did we already grab that? Yes, we did. All right, I think that was everything. Sure was. All right, can you? Yeah. Almost forgot the vacuum tape. Oh, look at that. See, here's my concern. I don't know that we're ever going to pick 5 blocks just to be able to advance. Okay, where's the ship? All right. First things first. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna put that one up. One more. Instead of that one, I'm gonna do energy weapons in our ship. We still got a long way to go there. Um, long way to go there, and then all right. Oh, and all right. So that was Aquila. We don't necessarily. All right. So there's a Rustborn Spectre at Hylix. If we were to look and see, show me on that. How far away is that? So Narian. Oh, so technically it is on the way to Wolf. All right. Let's see what's going on there. Okay. Um. Quick save. All right. Well, this would be faster if we actually had our um, vehicle, but our vehicle got left. What is a drop zone? You know, I gotta go find out. Really? See if we can spot it at least. Nope. So now, on that previous planet, on the on Groombridge, nobody recognized us as the Mantis. I didn't hear one reference at all from the Spacers or the pirates. It's the Mantis. Wait, what was? Okay, nothing going on there right now. All right. All right, well, first show. All right, set course. I need fuel. All right. Is this it? It's 10,000 meters away. I don't know that we need to hail it. We need to defeat the Spectre. Alright? So, hold on. Set course. Alright? Is this it? Defeat Spectre, Rustborn, Scrapbuck. Wait, defeats. Is that where we're at? We're at there. Okay, so we're not. We're not. Okay. Spectre at Hylix. Alright. Alright, we'll see what happens. Space is very dark.
Engaging Tango.
Oh shoot. Oh snap. Okay, you died. It is one thing to show a man that he is in error. It's another to put him in possession of truth. Rest in peace, Selena Brooks. SEF SE14F. Spectre got the better of you this day. Until you respond, that is. And the funny part is I am no longer tense. So we have our answer. We have our answer. We have several answers. One, we ain't going back in there. Two, until we get much better. And then three, what is this up here? Star Station. Okay. All right, we're leaving. We're leaving. So what was the lesson learned there? Lesson learned, don't bite off more than you can chew. Obviously, we were not ready for that. That was only like our third or fourth space battle. I really think it was probably the third. And we were just not ready. Could it be the ship? Sure enough good. Could it be the pilot? Sure enough good. Could it be the guy behind the controls of the controller? Most definitely. I don't know where I am. All right, Potem should be on the other side. Yes, the den is over here. All right, we're traveling to the den with what money we have and our tail between our legs and you know, hat in hand and all those things. All those things. And the cool part is we haven't
10
gotten.
responding to hail. You are cleared to dock. Welcome
Roger
to
that.
UC space.
Roger that. Thank you. So we need to make some improvements. We also need to save quite a bit. Not save, make quite a bit of money. Why aren't we able to dock yet? See, now, to me, that is a crucial mod. The extended ranges in which you can do things, dock at 1,000 or even 1,500 is preferable for me. That that's a crucial mod, I think. Almost to the point where, you know what I mean? I'm willing to even just modify some bat files and say, hey, here, that, that is unacceptable. All right, so we're going to end up having to sell a lot of stuff. All right, so let's go over here. Let's take those. All right. Yep, one thing. All right. All right, thank you. Here. Sure. Why do you have so much ammo here? Where did the ammo come from? Probably came from somewhere. I don't know. Hey, look, med packs, rover battery, hazard protect. Why in the world? All right, so um, I don't even know what's in here. There we go. All right, now the sad part is they're not gonna be able to buy all this. Okay, so you see how much we're able to hold. 895. All right, so I don't want, but I do want to say this. I want to say here, take all the resources, please. Take those back too. All right, we're carrying around a lot of stuff. All right, let's see what we can sell, and then get. All right, we need right there. All right, let's check out the den for the first time. Now, there it is. There it is. Under new management. And
You
there's
should
our
inspect your ship for
DSA
heat leeches
services.
every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if
Right.
left unchecked.
Need some work done?
Yes. But now, we want to read this slate first. So, I can't believe that Walter Stroud, the Rocket Man himself, dropped a stack of credits to clean up the den. He said part of the deal was that we had to provide a bed and some storage for some rock breaker from Argo's extractors that is now working for this steam constellation. I guess it is totally worth the workbenches and Terrabrew vending machine. You can probably get a pile of credits yourself if you use those stations for fixing up some of the crap gear the Vanguard sells you after missions. I'll tell you what, I'd give up my bed for Terrabrew right now. Right about now. Joe. Okay. Um,
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Kiosk. Looks to me like you're already in pretty good shape.
okay. All right. I just was double checking. Like the view
Okay, no
of
problem.
vehicles. I'm going to assume that we have our vehicle back. All right. And I think that's all we need to.
Sure, have at it.
All right. So the first thing I want to do, right, is upgrade the reactor. So that is the very first thing I want to do. So shipbuilder, this is the reactor right here. It's only 18, so I don't know. All right, there we go. All right. Let's. All right, so let's just head down to reactors. I'm not a fan of this here, but I'll deal. Okay, so now it's supposed to be a class A, but gosh darn it, look at it, man. How does that fit in on our ship? I mean, we could, but the other thing is, look how much it's worth. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. All right, here we go. And then what's this? Are you serious? Can we like put a limit to like? All right, now this is more what we're talking about. Altec Type 3 warp core reactor, 30 power generated. Um, it says 1300. How about this one? 1300. I got the ranks. You know what? I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I will. I will. Um, let's see. Now this is where you were supposed to go. So you know what's going to happen, right? We're going to move this guy out for a minute, and then we're going to take this guy. We're going to put you right here. All right. And then you. Yeah, you. All right. Except while we have you here, I want to make you a control station. I know what you're saying. And yes, my dumb butt just did the same mistake again that we did the first time. Yeah, I know. All right. So everything that we had on our ship is pretty much lost. Yeah. Hmm. So at least I took most of it, right? I didn't take it all, and that's what I should have done, was just take everything. And I'm trying to think. I did take everything from the recycler, though, including the legendaries. Let's hope. Let's hope. Okay, so right now we have a captain's quarters, and then we have a crew station, and all right. So you are class A. You are our fuel. Now that we have this, we have that extra bit. We also have those. Engine thrust is good. Cargo. All right. I honestly, here's where we run into some trouble. All right. So that is my cargo shielded for 80. we can put a couple of cargo things right there, or since everything goes on the bottom, what do we got there? We got one, we got two, we got one, two. We need better shields and better. All right. All right. And we need shields that we can actually afford. So the best ones is not better than what we already have. Oh wait, our shields are 390. That one's a little bit better. 485. What's the? Ooh, almost 10K. Almost 10K. Does not go there. Will not go there. If you will sit there, I will be more than happy to put you there. We'll let you sit right there. All right. Only 7K. All right. All right. And we got better shields. Oop, oop, oop. Wrong one. There we go. Okay. I don't know where we're at. Am I in? Okay. Was I looking for this? I don't think I was. What was I looking for? Why don't we come back up? All right. Grav drives. Okay. Again, we need grav drives that are in our price range. No 30? Come on. A 30? Can we get a 30? Can we get an A27? 12K. Ooh. All right. What's this one? 95. What do we have already? All right. There we go. Much? 15K for this one. Is it worth? Yeah. It could be. Could be. All right. Boom, baby. Look at that jump range. Okay. Seriously. Okay, which one? How much is this? 4K with 300 fuel and connection points. Yes. Look at that. All right. I'm not mad at it. I am not mad at it one bit. Yes, the smartest thing you ever can do. Put your ballistic weapons attached to your fuel stuff. All right. All right. Do I look for an upgrade? Or do I just say, you know what? see what the upgrade would cost. Weapons. All right. That would be great. Just so much money. I think that's what we got right now. Just so expensive. Okay. You know what? Mm-hmm. Color number 1. Mm-hmm. Color number 2. All right. Nice. Our fuel level is low because it's 30%. Does that mean we can't get anywhere? 23,000 to top off the fuel tanks. I hate you.
How about my foot up your ass, newsboy?
Ooh.
That a big enough scoop for you?
Ooh.
I really don't think that's
I
appropriate
love
talk
my
coming
face.
from a Vanguard pilot.
That's exactly your problem. You don't think. If you were to you wouldn't be stuck all the way out here.
Can we make some bandages, please?
Yes, maybe that's true, but
Apparently we
So?
can't make anything.
oh, just as stuck out here as I
Okay.
am. So what does that say?
Means we
Oh, wow. You
Either-
really do want me to kick your ass, don't you?
might need to do some so here is our storage area. This is us. Okay, we'll take that. If we had any contraband, we can stick it in here if they can't buy it. Right now, we need to sell quite a bit of stuff, but there is one thing I want to go grab. Can't get that. But right here, UC defense match. All right. Pharmacology. We have what we need. We got none. Wait, we got a ton of stuff. What are you talking about? Inventory says we got 3. Input amount. Oh. I don't understand. Are you telling me I'm going to have to say, yeah, put. Kidding me, right? In each individual one? Is that way? It wasn't that way before, was it? I don't remember. We don't have enough of them. Hold on a sec. Alright. Alright. You still get the sudden development? Okay. Alright. I'm okay with that. Mm-hmm. That's good. Alright. Oh, okay. You're taking all my stuff, though. So when I get to something important, I won't be able to upgrade that. Alright, let's get over here. And... oh, can't do that one. No sudden developments? Well, yeah, but not enough. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I like that. Ain't mad at you. All right, barrel mods. Nice. Very happy with you. All right. Peace. All right, let's
I know we're not a priority for the Vanguard or the UC, but it's still space worth protecting.
You're right. All space is worth protecting. Oh, okay, fine. You win. All right. Okay. All right. And let's do this. Oh, shoot. What is this? 100% complete? I don't know what it means, but I'm okay with you. All right. Nice. Now, the reason I came over and did this because I wanted to see if it changes this at all. And it is possible that we might require, like, we have to go and either it takes more discovery, right? More research. Hey, it said take or consume. All right, hold in, my dear boy. I sent you to that station to be my eyes and ears, but there's nothing but radio silence from you. So please find a way to carve out a few moments, to find a way to carve a few moments out of your busy schedule. Pick up a gosh darn comm and tell me precisely what the f is going on down there. Deputy Undersecretary Nadia. SSN.
Ah, a new customer. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Trade Authority.
Hey.
I'm Marcel, and if there's anything I can do for you, please do let me know. Our stock may not be as vast as New Atlantis or Sidonia, but I will do my best to see that you leave here satisfied. And seeing as the Trade Authority is the only fully licensed operator for the Den, I'm afraid your alternatives are, shall we say, slim. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I hope this and all future interactions are profitable for both of us.
You can be a little less creepy. You have any work that needs to be doing?
It's very kind of you to offer, but I am currently not in a position to personally require your services. There are, however, likely some Trade Authority contracts available at the terminal down in the bar. I'm sure you're already aware that the Trade Authority is quite generous when it comes to completing said contracts.
Roger that. Let's see what you got.
Certainly.
And again, try to be less creepy. All right, he's got 11K. I want to see. See, look at that. That's a exoskeleton, exosuit. All right. And then you got the black mercenary. Nice. Right. And then you got the nomad. Right. You know, I love the nomad. And then this is new. The sentinel. The sentinel. Is that an exosuit? Yep. Another exosuit. Exosuit. And then the USMC, which I actually really like. That is pretty sweet. Right? Man. They got some nice suits. Some nice suits. I don't like the always on ones for the packs, right? Because they always show. Look at this. Nigerian overt. Whoa. Oh no. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, dude. Look at the black mercenary. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, we got to be looting these things off of people. Come on now. Oh, there it is. Ballistic shielding, sensor array, heavy shielding, gravitic composites. Come on now. That is That is a helmet and a half. Oh, look at the steampunk, dude. All right, all right. You had me at hello. You had me at hello. Oh, oh, come on now. All right, so those are the Nomad glasses. These are literally what they say, the cool glasses. Thank you. All right, the cowboy hat. I don't know, man, but I guess after a while it could grow on you. All right, hold on. Aid. All right, bandages. Bandages. What the f, man? I'd even buy. God dang it, bruh. What are you doing to me? All right, well, we do need to buy one of those just in case. I don't know. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, what the frick, man? What's going on with the bandages? Handcuffs. Really? Literally handcuffs? I knew something was going on with you, bruh. What calibrated mag straight? Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh shoot. God dang it. Now I gotta go through that creepy little spiel again. Here, hey,
If there's
what's up?
anything I can do for you, by all means.
Alright. I wanna sell. Okay. I got a lot of stuff to sell. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. You know what? Let's back up out of here. Let's go after the heavy stuff. Take that, please. And that. And that. Yeah, I know. There's no way we're gonna sell everything that we need to. Why? Oh, okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm selling the least expensive ones first. You see? All right. Let's see how much you got. We'll take one of those at least. Okay. How much money I got? I got 58K. Will that be enough? Let's see if we can get a few more K. 5 more K here. All right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Cheapest one. That wasn't. All right. You. Oh. Nope. Nope. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Hey. You see there's a seed right here? Anybody? All right. Fine. I'll take it. Yo, dude. What's up with you in that chair, man?
Need some work done?
Yeah,
Hey,
I do.
what can I do for you?
I like to view and modify my ships.
How about it?
Now, the difference here is this guy has some serious stuff to help us out with. All right, so we come here when we need to improve our luck. All right, so first of all, this guy, what is that? That is our captain's quarters. And then this is this. So what we're gonna do, watch this. Watch this and take notes. 2, 2, 2, 2. All right. Where are you at? All right. There we go. All right. Mm-hmm. So, all right. What is our hold on. Cannot reach cockpit from landing bay. Landing bay needs to be connected to the cockpit. That is not true, but okay, I get what you're saying. But oh, it is true. It is true, but not for the reasons that we thought. The key thing is we don't want to overdo our weight. We want our mobility to stay up. And let's see. So the engine thrust on these, I don't think we can get better either of those. But we wouldn't be able to do it here anyway. The concern is the landing gear. And if the weight gets too heavy, it's going to want you to have more landing gear. All right, so last but not least, and there we go. Okay, now discrete cargo. You see that? And it's shielded. Oh, my bad. There's another thing for that. Discrete fuel. You see that the price of it? All right, so just one. And then this. So if I were to grab this, boom. Grab this, boom. Now, we've increased our cargo, right? But you see how expensive it can be? Now, if we don't have the cash for it, but if we wanted to, we can stick one up here, we can stick one up here, stick one up top here. Right? So as we get cash, we keep coming back and we keep adding on. Now, I wanted to do that just so I can see where we're at. We don't want to go much heavier, but we do want to see if we can get this improved. I don't think we can. Definitely not here. And it is possible. You see, like, look at that thrust there. But let's see, all right. Look at that. That is crazy. Now it's only 5,000. Hold on, I want to see something. Let's move this out. Where would you fit? Like right there? No? You can't fit right there. So how would I get you on board here? Alright. How about... Oh. Where would you fit that you would... Or do I need to have something that you attach to? 20,000? Come on, man. Help a brother out. 20,000. All right. We need to shop in our own price range. See? All right. So essentially, there's nothing here. All right. Can I put you back, please? Yes. All right. Then come in here. Doop, doop. Doop, doop. Doop, doop. And yes, please. Nice. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not giving you 36K to upgrade my to fuel my
We
ship.
get the occasional drunken disorderly.
Anything I can help you with?
Yeah, I just want to do one more thing, man. I want to.
Sure. How about it?
Okay. So, what we want to do is we still need to see if there's anything we can do with our engines. Yes, please. All right. What is that? I don't want those. Aren't you curious? All right, hold on. I just need to see. I gotta see. Just like my son. He says, I just want to see, Daddy. I just want to see. So, no, they do not. All right. All right, here we go. Nope, nope. Nope. Wait. Nope. You're not gonna work. You're not gonna work. Wait. There it is. There it is. All right. I think that's what we have right now. That's what we want. Okay. So what we do is we take this. Here, put that right there. Take that. And then here. Take that. Flip it. Yep. There we go. There we go. And then, once again. Doop, doop. Yep. Doop, doop. Yep. Doop, doop. Yep. All right. And then we say, hey. And then look at that. Look at there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How much money we got left? We got 3,000 credits. We're not even upgrading a single thing more. All right. Peace, man. Okay. Hey, look at that. We didn't lose anything. Nice. Okay, wait. There it is. Wait for it. All right. Well, hey, you know what? I'm going to take all that stuff. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And then let's get up here. Excuse me. Pardon me. First things first, all my resources. Here, take it. All right. And then here, take it. Take it all. Look at it. Look how much space we got now. Mm-hmm. All right. We need to clear out a lot of this stuff here. All right. So everything's starting with the chunks. Yeah, you guys to go. Holy cow. Yeah, we're saving you for the crew. Yep. The crew needs you. What crew? I don't know. We're going to get a crew. Don't worry. But look at all the stuff we got. We got to get up off of this. All right. All right, toast. We'll get rid of that too. Holy cow. I'm still mad about the smart dock. I don't know what happened to it. All right, you know, we'll get up all this stuff too. And you can have that. Mm-hmm. Yep, take that. Mm-hmm. Please take that. Please take that. Take that too. All right. In truth, I think for you take that too. All right. So next is the throwables. Get rid of. Yep. That was actually an authentic. Was that a hand grenade? Oh my goodness. All right. Oh shoot! I got rid of the cool glasses. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can't believe I got rid of. See, right now we can't see what the vest looks like, but we can see what A1 looks like. A2, B1, C1, right? C2, D1, even better, and E1. All right, boom. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So this is what the hood looks like, which actually is pretty chill. And we might actually switch to it because I think it goes better than that hat does. Right? The hat, the hood. And then this is the shroud outfit. Right? No, it's not a bad outfit either. And that one's even better. But they need the jacket. But I think for now, we'll go with that. And then and you see it even has protections. All right. So, boom. And then, holy cow. Holy schmolies. All right. I tell you. Don't need that anymore. Let's put you away. All right. So you are cool. Oh, that is cool. That is a nice one too. I gotta be honest with you. I think I'm ready to switch back. If we're gonna try it just for a little bit longer, and then we're gonna switch back if we aren't seeing that recognition that supposedly is supposed to happen. We're putting you away. We're gonna put you away. You. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 All right, so we got to look into this one, or like moving this to here. Also, okay. tombstone. Mm-hmm. All right, we need to keep a cutter on us. Okay. All right. Man, we've come a long way. We have come a long way. All right. We need to finish touring our ship. There it is. So we have a gear bench. You know what? I gotta tell you something. I gotta check something. I don't know. All right. So this. I don't know. Yeah. I was gonna say I don't know that we need. All right. So if I want to install that, all right, and then that, and then that. There we go. Right? It's weird because with the weapons, you don't need to do all the things that it says that you have to do for the gear. Okay, we have a suppressor on there already. Iron sights. We want a reflex sight, but we won't be able to get there right now. And then, do we want a short barrel? I want a short barrel. All right. So that's our guy there. And then the Kadama. Iron sight still. No muzzles, no suppressor. Can't do anything there. Can't do anything there or there. It's fully automatic. Burst fire is best. But if you put a Furious on there, so like that, and then hey, skip shot isn't bad either. And oh, look at that. We are gonna go black camo skin. Nice. All right. You see how we've just upgraded several, and then this one we can actually put away now, right? Or put into the recycler. Gotta be honest with you. I think we can put this one in the recycler now, and then we have to decide either we want to ride or die with. Okay, so the Kadama is going to use the same ammo as the Beowulf. The Beowulf is semi-automatic. That's why they do more damage. The drum beat is also semi-automatic. Burst fire would be best, but it uses a different one. So let's see what we got for it. So we don't have that, but we could. And then this is the funny part: you can actually make it have 90. Or I don't like Space Adept. I have two of them, so I'm going to use one here, right? And then I'm going to use poison. And then here, skip shot. That means like every 4 shot fires 2 projectiles. Okay, and then we can also, hey, if you can go black ammo, go black ammo. I prefer no scope or reflex sight actually, but we'll go with the scope for now. And it would be great if you could do a muzzle, but we're not there yet. Standard grip, okay, and stock. Yep, drum magazine, perfect. And again, high powered would be the way to go there. So you see, we just added 3 legendary weapons to our arsenal. And then we still even have this guy, right? Extended barrel, laser sight. Unfortunately, I would love one of these. Compensator, I would love a suppressor. Tactical grip, armor piercing rounds, fully automatic. I would love burst mode, right? He already has an extended magazine. And now this one is different. Well, one, because we don't have enough. What do we not have enough of? We don't have enough legendary cores. So we can't add any more. There it is. That was it. So we're done. Over here on this guy, we can't do anything more with these because for them, they okay. Yeah, which ones? All right. So like, say this one for the assisted carry. You see, it requires the DSM quantum, right? So we have a bunch of those, but now we also need the required research for armor plated. You see that? So, and then you would need the required research for mechanized. So 3 quantum, so it's kind of a combination here with the gear. Like with the new Dark Star astrodynamics from Dark Star, overhaul, how that one works compared to how it used to work. Now, way it used to work was just like with the weapons. As long as you had the legendary core and you had the item. So, just to show you what I mean, you come on over here, and then you can use the module recycler. Do you notice it doesn't give you? It only gives you one option, and that's to use it. There used to be a trade option that you could buy legendary cores and everything, and now you can't do that. So that is very interesting. That is interesting because that is a definite change. And I know that was one of the things that it really ticked me off about Dark Star when it first came out, and the main thing was it pissed me off because the functionality was there, and then now what you did was you came in and you changed it up, and then because getting to the point where you could actually um, research, because you got to research each one of them individually, right? So now you got to research each particular um, legendary effect individually instead of like you saw with the weapons. All we had to do was have the cores and the effect, and we were golden from there. We were fine with that, fine from there. So now you kind of lock. What I say is you locked it behind a requirement that you didn't have before. And again, for me, oh shoot. All right. So, all right. What I want to do instead is, there we go. All right. So what I want to do is I'm going to move this guy, if I can, so that he's not stuck in a way anymore. Right? Okay. And then, did you see all this stuff just haphazardly thrown? And that's not what we want. So now we have extra room. We can move that stuff out of the way. Right? So that now you're not. Come on, bro. And then, so now this guy, we have room in the living quarters right back there. You see that? You can now be the envy. Everyone on the ship. You see that? And then look, we even got another storage crate. And a galley. Yes. This is our living quarters, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Where people just hang out. And this is our all-in-one, right? With our bunks. See how that works? This is the captain's quarters. Really shouldn't be right here. You know what I mean? Everybody's walking through my quarters to get to the flight deck or the cockpit. All right, so that goes there. This should be there. This should be handy, but not necessarily needs to be anywhere, right? But it just needs to be accessible when the time comes. So we're gonna go back to build mode, and we're gonna go back to, is it miscellaneous? Yeah. What I'm looking for, maybe it's not in here. All right, all-in-one airlock. All right, so no, not you. Supplies. Hey, a push-up mat. Really? Can I? All right, I don't care. I don't need it anymore. Thank you. Where is? Nope. Nope. Okay. Nope. Nope. Now we made one on the other ship. Are you telling me there's no more? Okay. Okay. Maybe I'm just not seeing. Maybe I've already. Is it Briggs controlled? No. It's not the mission. Oh, here we go. And then here's like Centurion Arms. Yeah. I don't know which one we actually. Holy cow, there's a whole mess up. Okay. And there we go. And of course, you know we gotta see. We gotta see. There you go. Look at it. On the knuckles. No, wait, 2? 2? Well, oh, look at that. Look at that. All right. All right. We just need to know that this works. Now, she's doing way more than I can do right now, so I ain't saying nothing. Oh my gosh, she just did a couple more too. I think I would have passed out right about now. Yep, I'd be down on my face. Down on my face. I'm doing nose ups. That's what I'm doing. Nose ups. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's my sacroiliac. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, my sciatica. You know, just oh, there it is. Oh, dang, that was my back. Oh, my neck. My back and my neck. Oh. You see? She definitely more woman than I am. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How long is she gonna go for? I'm just wondering if this is actually gonna count towards, like, you know, weightlifting or anything like that. She is determined though. Every time she gets up, I'm thinking she's getting up. I'm thinking she's done. Did I do anything? Because if it didn't, then, kind of a waste. And then there's the galley. Okay. So this is our ship. This is our ship. Hopefully we'll never need that self-service bounty. And look at that. We got our space claim back. We got our mission board. What are we doing right now? All right, so you know what? Yeah, where are you? You're over here? Really? Okay. 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 We got a derelict UC Roanoke at Holly. All right. Set course, please. Oh, dang, we're almost out of fuel.
Look alive!
Oh, come on, man. Right as soon as we get here?
Can't get away from me! We lost the grab drive!
How many ships are shooting at us? I'm trying. Oh, there we go. We missed them. All right, get our shields back up. Get our shields back up. Back up. Get our shields back up. Get out of here. I feel like we got no boost. I feel like we're not boosting at all. Probably because we're not. Can I lock on, please? Can we cut that crap out, please? All right, here we go.
There goes the grab drive! We can't escape!
Frick, man. Why do we... Okay, there's the boost finally. Like, who decided it was a good thing to nerf that? As a matter of fact, god damn it. All right, stop. Stop. Full stop. Full stop. Full stop. Whose brilliant idea was it not to take full advantage of... They're gonna light us up. They're gonna light us up. Excuse me. Okay, my bad for not for not boosting everything up. So going in kind of like at a disadvantage. All right. I really don't like that the dock button or the the direct off to get off the ship button is gone. All right, we're gonna go to first person. What do we shoot? We're gonna go in. You got 126 rounds. You got that. Why am I carrying that one? Okay, you know what we gotta do? We gotta go in and rework this. All right. So, you drumbeat. You need to replace something. Yeah, you're gonna replace that. I think you need to replace. Gosh darn, I have too many weapons. You need to replace that one. We got the breach. I got the tombstone. I got this guy. I got tons of rounds for it. Which one is going to be the best option starting out? How many rounds? I only got 100. That's going to be... Maybe we go with that one. How many rounds you got here? Maybe we just go with this one and just say, screw it. See what we got. Extended magazine. Blended poison skip shot. This one is the one that we should be going with to start. Yep, and we will. Okay. Save before you do anything crazy. All right, get down. Get down. What's wrong with you? Stupid. You don't want to go to the Razor League. Get down. What are you? What's your problem? Do you not know how to stealth? Take the cards. You got anything worth on? Actually, I'm gonna take all your stuff. Alright, you can see this is a semi-automatic. Come on out. We'll see. Why is my grenades not working? Is that a? Okay. My grenades weren't working. Alright, you can always use seaweed snacks. I don't mind. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright. Alright, for the crew. I don't touch those things, but for the crew. I know what you're saying. What crew? I don't know. But I'm assuming there's going to be one, right? Why's your head look like it's not attached? Ooh, look at this. Alright. Now this is the proper... Oh, look at that. You see that? Taking all your gear. Alright, that's a robot, right? Alright. I need... Let's hope that the, what's the name, blinded him. Light. Do not go gently into that good light. Excuse me. Pardon me. I don't know how big this ship is. Is that a gun? Thank you. Alright, now I'm finally over it. Alright. Here, I'll take that, please. Thank you. I'll take that. We love our tea. Do we? Do we? Because we left that on the ship. When we were putting stuff away, we put the tea away. We kept the coffee and put the tea away. Oh, more tea. Can I have that, please? Thank you. Here's the coffee. Oh, and milk. Need the milk. All right, crew can have the chunks. Boom pop. Boom pop. Dang, man, how many daggone people on this ship? How big is this ship? Oh, shoot. Every time I try to throw a grenade, it never throws. I have to hit it 3 times. How big is this ship? Alright. So all the baddies. Pepper shake. What's that? Ooh, some whiskey. Some risky whiskey. I don't know. Maybe I might be able to sell that. Alright, so they're that way. But it seems all the baddies are still that way. Which tells me you better get in here. Clean up while you can. Can I get by, please? Okay, we're kind of stuck. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. There's loot over there, brother. Okay, so first things first. Did it say repair? I think it did. I think it did. Alright, so boom. Boom. Oh, look at that. Am I taking weapons off of my ship instead of putting them onto my ship? What in the frick? I do that a lot. I do that a lot because I'm stupid. Yes. There was no reason to take that stuff. But I wasn't thinking and thought I had somehow was in my inventory, which you see what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. 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 So one of the things that we will notice is that they still didn't recognize me as the mantis. We got nothing. Nothing as like, it's the mantis. Now, the answer to that question could also be, it's like, well, you have to have all of the mantis gear on in order to do so. Now that could be something. And that would be unfortunate, but that could truly be why we're not getting what we're expecting to see there. And I don't know what I can do about that, because right now at this point it's like, well, I'm not going to just put all of the gear on just to get them to say something that might be cool to hear once. And that's kind of where I'm at right now with it too. Oh, we better. Yeah, we don't want to carry those around forever. All right. Okay. Let's go eliminate some of the rest of these bad guys. There's probably somebody right around. Yep. Had to throw it twice then. I cannot shoot through their ladders, but they are able to. I think that's it, right? Now there's a mod on here that I'm thinking about deactivating. The mod makes the majority of the spacers, bad guys that you encounter, male, right? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't mind the randomness of it. Actually, I did always feel guilty. But I think I don't like where it's just female males all the time either. So that might be something I would go in and disable. Ooh, chunk. All right, let's go down and investigate. That's not the way we came in, is it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this isn't really a wait station. It's just weights. Pack of cigarettes. And this is the way to the landing bay. All right, so let's go back up. See if we can get into the cockpit and see if we can add this to our fleet. This is a big ship. I don't think we're qualified to fly it just yet, but we might be might be able to just add it to our fleet anyway. There we go. It would have been very terrible to not be able to get all of the loots. Captain's locker, empty. And then look at that. We picked up at least one more mission. And I'm not certified to pilot this vehicle. Okay, so here's the thing, right? For me, I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care. I don't want to just get in and just fly it anyway, right? But if I can't commandeer it and add it to my fleet, that's a fail. You know what I mean? And then the interesting part is because an awesome mechanic would be, right? Okay, yeah, this is a class C ship, this is a class B ship, whatever, right? And I can't pilot it, right? So I can't get it there. But what would be awesome if there was a, a salvage crew that I can contact, right? That I got on speed dial and say, hey, you know what? I got a ship for you, right? And, that way I can do whatever, lock it down, whatever, and put a little transponder, a beacon on it, and they come and pick it up. And once they pick it up, boom, money is then, depending on the ship and everything, then the money is transferred directly to my bank account. That would be an awesome mechanic because that's salvage. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that's uh, unfortunately missing from this game here, right? That's a mechanic that is completely missing from this game. I understand, you know, that you want to, like I said, I'm all on board with a lot of the things that we can do here with the ship, right? With the game and everything like that. But there are things that are just missing. You know what I mean? So yeah, we can board and commandeer ships, right? And then if you board a ship that is above your class level, then what do? You just leave and just leave it afloat? Isn't that's like a huge waste? And it kind of defeats the whole purpose now because now you're sitting back and you're going, well, dang, why can't I just, call up a crew and then have them come out and salvage it? And so it just seems like the potential for a lot of things that you could do in this game just got kind of, I don't want to say pushed to the side or anything, but just, and then who knows? It might have been something on somebody's board just sitting there going, yeah. Then they're, and they would be sitting there going, yeah, no, we wanted to do it, but we just didn't have the time. You know what I mean? And we didn't have the resources. And it's like, dang. And then it becomes a missed opportunity. And it's kind of a sad missed opportunity because it is something you thought of. You know what I mean? It is something you're like, yeah, this is something we want to do. But unfortunately, we couldn't because we didn't have the time. We needed to get everything together and so that we could push it out. And it's like, God, man, because that to me feels like one of the biggest missing pieces, especially when you're raiding ships. You know what I mean? If you can't fly every single ship you board, you could still make it so that, you know, you have a contact, a salvage contact that can come out and salvage the ship and you still make money off of it at least. If you can't have the ship, you can't have the ship because it's too much for you. But at least you can still get paid for the ship you just took. And it just seems like that makes more sense than what we're seeing now. And it just that would be that and like I said, it just turns out to be a missed opportunity, really. And you're like, I know, because and the thing is you sit back and you go, there's so many great things that you could do in this game if it just been built out. And then you're like, yeah. And then but you understand that a lot of it, is just it's time, effort, and money, right? And people. And you gotta know how to do it. And then I think that mechanic actually doesn't seem like it would be that hard of one to do. which is the most interesting thing to me, right? And it's probably the biggest indictment um, against, Bethesda, in a sense that I don't know how difficult that um, I don't know how difficult it would have been to do that, in all honesty, right? Because all it is a couple of things, a couple of button pushes. Really, it's like, okay, instead you would just say, okay, well, the ship is going to sit there no matter what anyway. So all you're doing is adding in a little thing where it's like, hey, I'm going to add this to a list, and it's going to get salvaged, and then once then you just set up a little thing where you say, okay, just delay, and then after a certain period of time, you say, okay, ship's recovered, is worth this much. Here's your cut, and then boom, money into your account, and then you don't really have to add a lot there, right? Just a couple of messages back and forth to some entity, right? So to somebody, and that's it. So I don't know where that would how that would be such a hard thing to do. So that is, like I said, a huge missed opportunity here. All right. So we got our weight down. And then, so right now, here's what I'm doing. Only thing left for me to do at this point is all I can do is leave the ship. You know what I mean? I can scavenge as much as I can. Make sure I didn't really miss anything. And then that's it, really. Because in truth, there's not much more else I can do here, right? I can't commandeer the ship because whatever, and I don't even know if I go to ship, it's my ship, see? And then the Achilles, right? So the ship that I'm on, the Roanoke, the UC Roanoke, I don't even know. There's no way for me to determine what kind of ship it is, what the class of the ship is. And like I said, it's a big fail to not include a mod that would allow me to at least add it to my fleet at the worst, right? And then once I add it to my fleet, I can always sell it. And that is the way, that would be the way around the whole salvage thing. Is like, okay, so what I can do is I can add it to my fleet. Now it's in my fleet. It's going to return home to my home base. But then once I get to some place where I can sell my ship, I can sell it and make some money off of it. Even though I can't, you know what I mean? The only issue would be is if I'm required to register my ship before I can sell it, because then it wouldn't be worthwhile at that time. Because now, because the cost to register a ship is going to be more than what you would sell it for. And then it's like, so yeah, I'm losing money. Or I'm not getting any money if I got to register it and then I sell it and I only get back what I paid to register it. But see, that's where the shady middleman that's buying the ship, that's paying you for salvage, is like, yeah, I got it covered, right? So again, it's like I said, it's a huge miss, right? Along with a long line of misses, and then again, I'm gonna keep looking, but I think one other thing would be I know there's a salvage mod out there. I just can't tell you exactly what that entails and what that mod is supposed to do. That might be something to consider adding and seeing exactly what it does. Again, here, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and I'm going to get sit to add, add ship to fleet if it's available on the Nexus. And then if it is, I'm going to get it. Then once I restart, load back in, I'm going to go sit and add it to my fleet. And then I'm going to look to see if I can sell it, first chance I get. The other cool thing would have been is, okay, so I can add it to my fleet and then sell it. And then say maybe, yeah, it is required that you register it first. Except maybe you got one or two shady chip technicians that are willing to look the other way and buy it from you. Of course, not full sell price, but at a good price still, without you having to register it. See, there's another thing right there that just, again, potential there is great. It just didn't didn't happen. And so now, I mean, think about it. That is kind of a run that you could be doing all the time. You could be like one of those guys that's like, okay, what we're out here doing? We're out here stealing ships and selling them. Just like like you see in the movies with guys that are just out, stealing cars and selling them. Right? It's the same thing. And then so that could be a thing. So the again, the potential is there. There's so much you can do here. There's so much you can do, and there's ways around it using your imagination and everything to kind of make things happen the way they should, even if they don't. But again, that's something for me is huge, and that's kind of a deal breaker. If for a modlist for me is, yeah, I have to be able to sit and add that ship to my fleet, especially if I don't have, like I said, one of those salvage mods that allow me to salvage it and then have somebody come out and pick it up, right? And then I get money later. Okay, well, look, I gotta go feed my dog, and then gotta go spend some time with the fam. So I will check you guys out later. Once again, I appreciate you being here. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe is free, and it's very much appreciated, and it'll help us get to our goal of 1,000 new subscribers. Just looking for 1,000. So anybody out there that can help, thank you, and we'll see you soon. Peace.